Hello again, welcome to my channel. I'm asking today why it's so hard for a dyed-in-the-wool film shooter to take up lomography, because that's exactly what I am, a dyed-in-the-wool film shooter. I've been shooting film since at least the 1960s, and I learnt lots of rules. Pictures had to be pin sharp, you had to use your depth of field accurately, you had to compose your pictures just so, and I think more so you had to expose your pictures just so. So you knew the ISO of your film, or ASA of your film, and you would use a light meter, which I've got here, and then you would accurately read the exposure values, and you'd set your camera to those exposure values, or you might just adjust it slightly in manual mode because you wanted to get detail in the shadows and you also wanted to get detail in the highlights, and it was a matter of balancing the two. Sometimes if you didn't have enough exposure latitude in the film, you'd have to let the shadows block out if the highlight details were important, or if the highlight details were weren't so important, you could let them burn out so that you got details in the shadows. And this is the same with black and white and colour film, and even more so with reversal film, transparencies, because the film latitude is even less, and if you wanted to get the colours right. So then along comes lomography, and you just stick the film in the camera, there are no settings, and you just take pictures, and it's very difficult to break the habits of a lifetime. However, when I was a young lad, maybe 10 or 11, I saved up my pocket money and I bought myself an Ilford Sporti, and the only controls that had on it were sunny and cloudy, or flash. Sunny and cloudy, that's all there was. So the aperture would open or shut down on a sunny day, but there weren't any other controls. So the shutter speed was set, the aperture was set by that little dial there, so you had two apertures, very similar to the modern lomography cameras. So I would load that up with 126 film, no 127 film, and black and white or colour, and I'd go out and I'd take pictures and I'd send them off to be developed, and they'd come back and they'd look great. So if you could do it then, it's the same now, isn't it? You can do it now with lomography cameras. So just load the film up, and the golden rules of lomography are: take lots of pictures. Don't worry too much about composition. Don't worry about too much whether you're shooting into the sun or you've got it over your left shoulder, your right shoulder, it doesn't matter. Take lots of pictures and see what you get. It's always a good idea to have a rough idea of what you're doing. Yes, so with a lomography camera, that's exactly what you've got. You've got no shutter speed. You have no aperture as such, as maybe sunny and cloudy, or double cloudy, double sunny. But there's nothing real controls. So you just have to work out whether you can take the picture in the sun or the shade. But the whole point is that the lenses are quirky, and what you get is what you get, and you don't know what you're going to get until you've done it. So take lots of pictures.